Today, I'm going to be testing the 3 main autofocus modes on the Panasonic Lumix G7. It's early. The reason I'm out so early, you have the road to yourself. You have the whole town to yourself. It's great. All the autofocus tests for the G7 seem to have the camera in a fixed position with the subject moving in and out of frame. That led me to believe that the best setting on this camera was in fact the 49-point autofocus. But I'm going to show you why that might not be the best if what you're filming is more of a run and gun vlog style. There's 3 main focus modes we're going to talk about. Number 1, tracking mode. Number 2, 49-point autofocus. And number 3, face detection. Okay, the first one, tracking mode. In tracking mode, you have to manually touch your subject and it will follow them around. Now, without touching your subject, it might try to focus just a little bit. Okay, so I touched my face, I'm locked on, and no matter where I put the camera, it should keep me in focus. Now, where this lacks is 1, you have to manually go up to your camera and touch the screen to set focus, and 2, if your camera moves out of frame, then it loses you. So now it'll find me again, but it's gonna take an unacceptable amount of time. Unless of course you touch the screen. And then it finds you pretty damn quickly. Okay, 49-point autofocus on the G7 requires little to no user input. It does a decent job. Unless of course you're in 4K, which I'm not right now, because 4K, all these settings are slowed down at least by half. Right now I'm recording at 60 frames a second, so the camera has a better chance of pulling its own focus, I guess, from detecting when it's out of focus and correcting again. You can set the area of the screen that you want it to retain focus on, but other than that, you just press the shutter button and go. Lastly, I'll wait till this truck passes. This is real world testing, it's loud out here. Lastly is my favorite, face detection. It's the best mode in my opinion on this camera. Now, whether you pull the camera out or pull it in, it detects pretty damn fast. Maybe not Canon dual pixel rate, but probably as snappy as you're gonna get on a contrast autofocus detection system. With face detection mode, it doesn't matter if you are in the frame or out of frame when you start recording. As soon as your subject with a face walks in the frame, it will automatically detect said face and record with focus on the eyes. It also does a good job at focusing on anything besides a face. Now, it won't have the little box that lets you know it's tracking a face, but it will focus in and out as normal without there actually being a face in the shot. Pull it close, push it away, go over the dip in the road. Face detection seems to get it done. Now, if you're not directly looking at the camera, it tends to not pick up your face, but the amount of time you look at the camera, turn away and look back at the camera tends to always keep you in what I would consider acceptable amount of in-focusness. Now, the point of me making this video is not to kind of disprove any other G7 autofocus review videos, but just to kind of add to the already comprehensive list of what's out there. If you're using the G7 in a more practical or albeit vlogging situation, 49-point auto detection doesn't seem to keep up. I don't usually do product reviews or camera reviews of anything of that nature, but I just felt like, having had experience with the G7, I just thought I'd put my input out there. So appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.